The price tag on that shelf was protecting you. Nobody designed it to. Nobody voted for it. It was an accident of paper and glue. Look at the edge of the shelf. There is a small plastic rectangle where the paper strip used to be. It shows a number, and it can change that number in under a second from a laptop in another state. The paper could not do that. Somebody had to walk the aisle. Retailers call it an electronic shelf label. Walmart is putting them in every US store by the end of this year. Kroger has them. Amazon has them. The story you have heard is that prices will rise when the aisle gets busy. That is not the interesting part, and mostly, it is not happening. So here is what we are doing instead, where the paper tag came from, what the plastic one removed, and why nobody ever wrote that thing down. Start with the sticker. In the 1960s, a clerk carried a hand labeler. Squeeze the handle, a sticker comes out, press it onto the can. Every can. Every box, a wall of soup, one squeeze each. Changing a price meant doing it again. You have seen the archaeology. 3 stickers stacked on 1 jar of pickles. Then the barcode arrived. The first item ever scanned at a checkout was a 10-pack of juicy fruit in an Ohio supermarket in 1974. After that, the price lived in a computer instead of on the can, but it still had to be posted, so it moved to a paper strip on the shelf rail. Printed in the back room, cut, slid into a plastic channel by hand. Still a person, still a cart, still an aisle. Changing a price cost money, not the number, the labor, a person, a printer, and an afternoon. That cost had a side effect nobody planned. If changing a price is expensive, you change it rarely. You pick one number and leave it alone. And if one number sits on the rail for a month, everyone walking past that rail sees the same number. The price became a public fact, not because a law required it, because moving it was annoying. Now, the plastic label. Inside it is a screen made of tiny black and white particles, the same kind used in an e-reader. It holds the image without drawing power. The coin cell underneath lasts 5 to 10 years because the label only pulls current in the half second the number changes. Every label in the building talks to a small antenna in the ceiling. The antenna talks to a server. A price change is now a row in a spreadsheet. Somebody types a number, presses enter, and every shelf edge in the store updates before they lift their finger. Walmart says a job that used to take an employee 2 days now takes minutes. The person is gone. The printer is gone. The afternoon is gone. Store managers will tell you this is about labor. They are telling the truth. Look at what came off the shelf along with the paper. The paper tag had one property that had nothing to do with price. It was the same for everyone. A printed strip cannot show you one number and show the woman behind you a different one. It is a physical object in a public room. Its honesty was structural. It could not lie to one person and not another because it only had one face. The plastic label has one face too. For now, but the price it shows no longer lives on the shelf. It lives on a server next to your loyalty card, next to your app, next to the coupon that appeared this morning for the exact coffee you buy. The shelf shows one number, your phone shows another, the man beside you sees a third. None of you compare, because comparing was never something you had to do. The shelf price stopped being the price. It became the default, the one you pay for not having the app. This is already how it works, and it never required surge pricing. Walmart says it does not raise prices as the store fills up and points to everyday low prices. Kroger says the same. Take them at their word. It does not change anything. The personal price was never on the shelf. It is in the app, in the loyalty card, in the coupon. The plastic label did not create that. It just stopped being the thing that contradicted it. Maryland noticed. In October, a law takes effect there banning personalized grocery prices set from your own data. Connecticut passed one too. Both laws still allow the labels and still let a store change a price several times a day. Legislators are now writing down in statute the one job a paper strip used to do for free. For 100 years, there was one number in the room and it was printed. If the register charged you more, you pointed at the strip. paper against paper. You usually won. Now the number in the room updates from the same server as the register. It agrees by design. There is nothing left to point at. You will start seeing this everywhere now. Gas station signs used to be plastic numbers on a pole, changed by a man with a long suction stick. Now they are LED. Menu boards, cooler doors, parking meters, the same swap. Everyone looked like a small upgrade. Cleaner, faster, fewer typos. And every swap quietly removed the same thing. Not the price, the friction. The friction was doing a job nobody assigned it, so go look at the edge of the shelf. The rectangle is still there. It still shows one number, and today that number is probably correct, but it is not a promise. It is a screen, and a screen shows whatever it is told to whoever is standing in front of it. The paper tag never protected you on purpose. It protected you because it was slow and stubborn, and it could not be two things at once. We replaced it with something better at everything except